Man, what's up YouTube? Stuntastic 210 back at you with another episode of Kicks on the Couch. And on today's episode, I'll actually be covering the multicolor option that was available for the NikeiD Roshe run on NikeiD. And if you know anything about multicolor and NikeiD, you know anytime it hits, it will be quickly sold out. If you notice the Kobe multicolor option for the Kobe 9 lows as well as the Mamba moments, filled with multicolor and immediately sold out. So they sold out. I took advantage back in February. I was able to get my order in, and they just listed the option a few days ago on NikeiD. So make sure, if you haven't already, take advantage and try to get your order in before it sells out again. And with that being said, getting into the shoe, it looks great. You really need to see the shoe in actual daylight. I have the flash on my camera, but it really doesn't do it any justice. And as far as options that they had available, it was pretty limited in what you could do because it's predominantly a multicolor. So the only options that you really had to take advantage of was as far as the lining, the rear lace loop and the front lace loop, and as well as the laces themselves. And they had a good variety of lace colors that were available on the site too. And if you notice, I have the gold swoosh option. So you could choose between embossed, which was kind of like a woven Nike swoosh that you could choose from, or you had a gold and a silver foil option that you could choose from. And I opted for the gold because it made it stand out a little bit more. And as far as the actual soles of the shoe, you had the options between a solid color. You had black Volt. I believe there was like a sky blue color as well. And you had the option of a marble, and you had speckle option that you could choose for the sole. So there really wasn't too much you could do, and I kept it real subtle to kind of go with the predominance of the purple in the shoe. So I just kept it real simple. I didn't want to make it stand out too much, and that's why I kind of just went for the gold foil option as far as the swoosh. And the one thing I truly love about the Flyknit Roshe is that it limits the way your big toe looks in the shoe as opposed to regular Roshe runs. Because if you worn regular Roshe runs, you know anytime you put a pair on, your big toe look like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Got that big ass claw sticking out. And if you have a big ass toe, that's one thing that the Roshe run will definitely highlight, especially if you ain't clipped your toenails. It'll make it even worse. But it really does limit the way your big toe looks. So that's an added bonus. If you're really conscious about how your feet look in a shoe, this may limit how they look. And that's one thing I really like. And I also love the use of the pastels that they incorporated into the Flyknit. Very Easter appropriate, especially with Easter around the corner. You have pinks, light greens, light blues, different pastels that really make the shoe stand out, and it's very Easter appropriate. And I know growing up, Easter was a big time in my family, so you know you had to go get your nice little suit. Your mom get herself a fresh little wig or a nice hat for church and be stunning on that day. But overall, the shoe came out great. Awesome job by NikeiD. And one thing I know that is lacking, if you saw my previous video, you noticed that Reebok has labels that come shipped with the shoe that you can actually put on the box. So if NikeiD can actually incorporate that, because people like me have a lot of NikeiD boxes, and it's hard to tell which shoe you actually have in your collection. So that will make it a whole lot easier for sneaker collectors such as myself. But that's something that NikeiD should really look into and have it as an option listed on NikeiD, so you can actually pick out which label that you want to have on the shoebox. I think it would just be an added bonus, and make it easier when it comes to shoe selection when it's time to step out and you want to get fly, get dressed up. Anyways, make sure again you check it out for yourself. I'll have pics up on my Twitter and Instagram, Stuntastic210, and just see what you guys come up with. And I will make sure to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for checking out the videos, and I'll see you later. Peace.